Hello, I'm Neil Quigley and welcome to my podcast. The UK government may face legal action after seeking to delay publishing its plan to tackle air pollution until after the general election. Basically, they're struggling to clear the air, which, having watched Prime Minister's questions, that seems pretty normal for them. With her new catchphrase of "give me a mandate for Great Britain," does anybody else think that Theresa May is starting to sound a bit like David from Little Britain? Labour are going to offer an extra 4 bank holidays, one for each of the Saints' days, as part of their election promises. I mean, that may make the Scottish more keen to stay on board, I guess. Boris Johnson this week called Jeremy Corbyn a mutton-headed old mugwump, which is a bit rich from the man who looks like Stig of the Dump. Gentlemen, please try and remember, you're supposed to be running the country. You're not kids playing in the playground. Elections continue to surprise all around the world, but does anybody else think that Macron and Le Pen sounds like two alien beings that Captain Kirk and the crew of the Starship Enterprise might have battled in Star Trek? Donald Trump is planning to cut taxes for big companies in America, which is a brave move from the former boss of his own multi-billion pounds international business. Sorry? What do you mean he still owns it? Donald Trump's daughter Ivanka was met with groans as she defended her father's attitude towards women at the G20 Women's Summit in Berlin. To be fair to her, that is one tough gig. Knowing his attitude, I'm surprised he sent a woman to carry out that job anyway. As a club runner beats all the British professionals in the London Marathon, it really does prove it is the year of the underdog. Last week, the United Kingdom went a whole 24 hours not using coal power for any electricity for the first time since 1882. I'm surprised we still have any coal left. I thought all the mines closed in the 80s. In Yorkshire, the Flying Scotsman and 3 different aged diesel trains lined up alongside each other at a railway museum. When I saw the picture in the paper, I honestly thought it was a still from Clarkson, May and Hammond's new Amazon show, and somehow James was going to beat the other two driving that steam engine. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge helped co-host the official Top 40 chart with Greg James last week, making it even more official, I guess. This is annoying. A male white rhino in Africa has joined Tinder and he's having way more success than me. I mean, a rugged outdoors man who always has the horn is bound to be a big draw for the ladies. Lloyds Bank have announced a profit despite very challenging financial times. I always thought that company was a bit of a dark horse. McDonald's shares have hit record highs recently. As a result, Ronald McDonald is hoping to buy some shoes that actually fit and a new car that will not fall apart as soon as you get in it. To sport, as the Orient drop out of the Football League, sadness is expressed. Serena Williams has said she revealed her pregnancy to the world on Snapchat by accident, which is a big relief as I was worried she was turning into Kim Kardashian. Maria Sharapova has returned to playing tennis after her drugs ban. I can still confirm she makes a racket when she hits the ball. Joey Barton has been banned from football for 18 months for gambling offences, but in his defence, if I had Ray Winston's giant head shouting at me while hovering above the stadium, I'd have put a bet on too. This week, Rod Stewart's son Liam scored on his debut for the Great Britain ice hockey team. The singer said it was the best thing that he'd witnessed on ice since his whiskey the night before. The release date for the 5th Indiana Jones film has been put back to July 2020. Harrison Ford will be 78 years old by then. I think they should call it Indiana Jones and the Pensioner of Doom. In this film, he is going to be finding relics younger than himself. The original Bananarama lineup are reuniting for a big tour, getting back together for the love of the music and performing. And I guess the money will come in handy too. Who, though, will come back next? I'm hoping it's the So Solid crew. If they can track them all down, and if any of them can actually remember who they were. Line of Duty star Vicky McClure was once ordered off a tram that was named after her by someone who was in charge of duty of the line. More trouble for American Airlines after a dispute with a customer about a baby carrier. It would appear one of the firm's employees threw the pram out of his toy. United Airlines announced they will now offer passengers on overbooked flights $10,000 if they voluntarily give up their seat. Travelling with them now becomes like buying a lottery ticket where you either win some money or just the flight to where you actually wanted to go. Sad news as almost 300 Nestlé chocolate workers were given a Kit Kat each and told to take a break forever. When it came to the crunch, the company were lying about staying and do not give a toffee crisp about their employees. A payment card featuring a fingerprint sensor has been unveiled by MasterCard. Do you know what? The way technology is developing, we can't be that far away from just paying for everything by blinking our eyes. According to a new survey, most teenagers are happy with life, and so they should be. If I could have phoned prospective girlfriends without their parents answering first and got porn on my phone at any time I wanted it, I would have been very happy when I was 18 too. That's it for this week. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next week.